Dad goes to Las Vegas. We get rain for 12 hours and then we get 37 inches of snow drops in like a matter of 12 hours. No power for 6 days because Murphy's Law.
Okay, so have you heard of the term Murphy's Law before?
Have I heard it or do I know it intimately?
You and Murph are like...
Me and Murph.
Yeah. God, freaking Murphy.
So Murphy's Law basically is anything that can happen, will happen. And now I'm going to do a disclaimer to start with. There are a few spouses that I know that are not 100% capable of handling whatever situation is thrown their way. It's just that when you're married, you're hoping that you got like a partner in crime there, that you're going to do things alongside.
Yeah. It's always these like big things that take a ton of moving parts to get fixed, and
it's just draining on top of the fact that you're flying solo.
Right.
A couple of Murphy's Law
stories.
The day after my husband deployed, our German Shepherd, he was not even a year old yet. Whenever I'd go to work, I'd leave him in the kennel downstairs. This dog's never destructive. I come home to let him out. I take 2 steps and I see some gnarled Tupperware, and I'm like, what? I didn't do that. But take 2 more steps, and I look down the stairs and I went, oh my gosh. My not yet year-old German Shepherd puppy had gotten himself out of his kennel, had taken the Papasan chair. Yes, my husband did own a Papasan chair. And he had shredded the cushion. I mean, there's cushion stuff everywhere. And then went so far as to also annihilate the actual wicker chair itself. And I find him over in the corner going... Not only has he annihilated this chair, he also is now requiring a trip to the vet because he has wicker caught in the back of his throat horizontally that I cannot pull out without like annihilating his throat.
Yeah.
So of course, Murphy's Law.
My favorite part of that story is that he has not been destructive since.
The post-kid Murphy Law was South Dakota. We get snow, no big deal, right?
Yeah.
I know how to live in it. We lived there for 6 years. Our first daughter is like 8 months old. Dad goes to Las Vegas. He's gonna go for 3 weeks. We get rain for 12 hours and then we get 37 inches of snow drops in like a matter of 12 hours. No power for 6 days. We did, however, walk around in toboggans and like 3 layers of clothes before I loaded Layla on my chest, a camping backpack on my back, Swayze on his leash, and we hiked 1.5 blocks up the road, which took us 45 minutes. We only fell 3 times. To my friend's house who did indeed have power. We all survived.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
We had an old BMW, and 3 days after my husband left, it shit the bed. But I do have a friend who's actually a Canadian military spouse. Her whole neighborhood was flooded for like 3 or 4 months, and she couldn't get to her house. Her husband was deployed, and then once she was able to get to the house, she had to go through like
the process of like
getting everything fixed while he was gone, and she did it all by herself. Push comes to shove, like
you do it,
but that sucks to do by yourself.
It does. I also don't tend to get like stomach bugs, and of course, that same deployment that Swayze ate the Papasan chair, for some reason the stomach bug hit me like a Mack truck.
Yeah.
Thank God for friends that come and let your dog out.
Yeah.
And stuff, and work that is understanding of the fact that you need to stay within 7 feet of a bathroom for like 6 or 7 days because no one's there to help.
Yeah.
And thank God there was no children.
Yeah, my girlfriend, her husband was deployed, James was home. She got really sick with the virus, and my phone was on silent. So she called me at like 5 a.m. asking me to drive her to the ER, and I didn't.
You couldn't?
No, I didn't hear my phone. So I didn't know. So she had to get a neighbor to drive her. But then at like 9 in the morning, I saw like 15 missed calls from her and met her at the ER to pick her up. But she had a baby. So she had to leave her 3-month-old son with a neighbor who drove her to the hospital. She was dehydrated.
And of course it happened.
Yeah, he was gone.
Yeah. So, and of course there's the stories of the fridges going out, the sump pumps like overflowing,
dishwashers.
the dishwasher. Of course your car is like super awesome, and the moment they leave, the transmission, the tires, everything happens, it all hits the fan. Murphy's Law is why we have these fun, sweet cups, because Murphy's Law.
They're from Organized Chaos, which is a brand new military lifestyle app. Yep. We are one of their brand ambassadors. Ashton, who developed this app, she created this app for military spouses and military families to kind of organize their life chaos. It has everything from deployment, countdown calendars, to PCS stuff where you can, put in what you need to do for your PCSing.
Resources, checklists, all the things that we love to have because it makes us feel like we have an element of control, which, let's not be serious, we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
But it makes us feel like we do. Organized chaos is what we live in and we thrive in, and I probably wouldn't know what to do without it. So These awesome cups, great things to get for your fellow mill spouses.
Totally. Holidays are coming up. You
Because
can
Murphy's
order
Law.
them on her website. We have a full write-up on organized chaos on Daily Mom Military, so if you want to read about it there.
Cups are great. The t-shirts are great. The app is phenomenal from
And
Organized
this is
Chaos.
like real heavy glass.
We were like, whoa, don't let your children touch
yeah.
it, because Murphy's Law will say that you will then end up with 12 stitches.
Yeah.
So these are for grown-ups.
Grown-ups. This is after the kids go to bed.
Or whenever they're with Grim.
Yeah.
There you go.